Hey my treasures, it's time for a new Hearthstone standard deck. This time one that has been forgotten to the sands of time, Secret Paladin. Outside of wacky combo decks, secret decks are probably one of my favorite decks in the game. I really do love the mechanic as it is the only type of real interaction that you can actually have on your opponent's turn, which might be a side effect of me used to playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the day. And because Castle Nathria actually introduced a bunch of neutral secret support, I figured this would probably be one of the best times to actually try a deck like this. Across the 20 games that I actually played with this deck, I had a 50% win rate, which was incredibly high. I did not expect it. However, there is one warning I need to give. One of the cards that I've been wanting to use since release and is included in this deck, Cannon Master, is a card that probably shouldn't be included in this deck. Honestly, I tried my hardest to actually get a replay where he mattered a lot, and in the end, the other replays I had access to were just way better. But honestly speaking, you could cut Cannon Master out for Leviathan as it does provide additional draw power, also doesn't rely on you having secrets in your hand already when you use Order in the Court. For the Mulligan side of the deck, you are looking for any of your secrets or cards that will generate secrets such as Blessed Goods, Sketchy Stranger, or even your Sword of the Fallen. Alliance Bannerman is also incredibly good to keep in your open hand as it will allow you to buff up any minions you also have there. Crosswords, Gospiter, and Scuttlebutt Ghoul are really good to keep there too if you have any type of secret so you can actually trigger their battle cries or their effects really easily. Now, with that all being said, let's look at some games. Okay, perfect. Really still kind of tempted to scrap this for something else. I don't know what I would, though, is the main issue. Okay, so we're going to use Reckoning, I think, turn 1. Turn 2, we'll use Sword. There's Scuttlebutt for turn 4. Actually, perfect curve here. Wish we had a little bit more draw power. Nice thing about the Sword, though, is it does allow you to cycle through your deck a little bit quicker than you normally would be able to. Making up for the fact that you're running a 40 card deck. What secret did we just get? Judgment. Okay. That is not something I want to see right now. Of course, that's the second one. Okay, we're just going to pass. This might tell them that we have Judgment down, but that's fine. Okay, there's Righteous Defense. Like, if we had a little bit more removal tools, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth running a little bit more removal. Oh, perfect. Let's see what we can grab. This is to be safe, because we still want a secret to be able to trigger this. The only secret that I'm not running of Paladins is, what the hell is it called? Avenge. It just feels too weak in modern Hearthstone. But the ghouls, these ghouls feel great. Perfect. Actually, I guess not really that perfect. It just protects it. A Judgment goes there. Got the City Tax. Sword. Ooh, Knight. Right. I randomly generated 2 of those, didn't I? Or am I actually still running 2 copies of that in this deck? I swear I cut it for something, but I don't remember what. Really not looking forward to that mana total. Okay. I was going to say that mana total plus the amount of cards they have in hand makes me think they're always going to have City Tax plus equality. Okay. I'm going to get rid of this because, of course, we get equality off of the things that are consistent with this deck. You always draw into the opposite when you shuffle in stupid City Tax. I don't want to overextend. I could, it's just not worth it right now. Perfect. They still don't have enough mana to do this dumb combo, but okay. That's only going to do 1 damage. All right. Second Noble Sacrifice. Sometimes I forget to check what secrets we get off of the swords. Okay, perfect. Blessings. Oh, we could grab another. I think this is the better bet for now. I'm getting rid of that just to get rid of it. And then we can go face. And then we'll put down the other Galloping. And the next turn we'll put down Tyrion. They definitely are going to be Jailer. There's no way this isn't Jailer. I actually can't believe of how well this deck is performing. Especially for a deck that not a lot of people are trying to figure out right now. And there's our second savior. Oh, that's going to be... Oh, never mind. It only has for a turn. That. And an Arminian. Okay. Ooh, Theatar. I like this too much. Let's see if we can snipe something good. Ah, that's not exactly what I wanted to snipe, but I'll take it. Let's kill both of these, kill this. As long as they don't have a Theatar of their own, we are good to go. I don't think this actually triggers if it's a 1-1. I could be wrong. God, I love stealing people's win conditions, especially when you're about to curve into it. I mean, there's actually a 40% chance if they have Theatar of a card that's going to be really, really annoying to deal with. That is not Theatar. Do it like this. We'll put this down and go face, I guess. We still have the city tax too. Oh. 50-50. Ha! Gotta love getting that 50-50. Then we'll just ram these 3 in. Or they'll ram them in for ourselves. Perfect. That's funny, but we're just gonna... Behold! Your own sire. I think this is going to be the last game for me for tonight. And then I might try to stream Monday. Or maybe even tomorrow. Probably Monday. I'll probably do Mercenaries when I do that. Or maybe it'll be Standard again. I don't know. Let's see what we get here. Grabbing that. Getting that down. Because we should be able to kill that. Yeah, I don't know. I like Mercenaries as a game mode. It just needs some fixes before it's super enjoyable. And we don't have a way to deal with that this turn, so we're going to have to eat double curses, I'm assuming. It's the only reason you'd put that down this turn. Yep. Had a feeling. Don't want to do it like this, but the only way we can kill that, we can put down the 2/1/1s. Not my favorite way to deal with that board, but it's better than keeping it up for an additional turn. Reckoning kills that. We had an additional 1 hit for this. Let's try to get explosive. Only 2 of these. I'm assuming they're going to have the location next turn. I think, though, off stream, I'm going to try to keep going forward, find a Cannon Master game. But generally speaking, when it comes to testing decks without just hard trying for a combo or to show off a certain card, I usually try to go for 20 games, and this should be the 20th game. Okay, let's see what we can get here. Let's grab this, I guess. Kill that, and then go face. Hoping they don't have an Abyss Wave, but knowing my luck, they usually do. Oh, perfect. That actually puts it out of range of the Abyss Wave. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, that's not Abyss Wave, but it... Okay, so we're dealing with this next turn. We're getting rid of these 2. Let's keep 1 in hand, so we can do this. Probably should have swapped it. I'm taking that. Thank you very much. You can have this. Then hit here, go there, go that, base. I'm actually kind of curious if this will make them start at 4 or if it will be at 2. Of course they top deck that. Out of all the possibilities they could have top deck, it was... Well, go face. I'm extremely curious of how this would work. Is it either this wins us the game or loses the game? Oh, actually, let's not be dumb. Let's do this. I get that they have Dark Vein in hand. I am curious of how this would have worked, though. Because it would be really cool if it actually worked how I thought it would work. They don't have enough... Okay, perfect. Okay. That's a good way to end this, I guess. Oh, perfect. We need a secret, but I'm going to keep everything here. Such an odd name of a card. Every time I say its name, I always wonder if I'm saying it wrong. Because I've always... Like, why would they have but in the name? It's probably a reference to something, I just don't know what it is. Perfect. And our secret. Let's put down one. I'm going to keep the judgment for later. A stag charge. Now we get to buff up everything. Order in the court's interesting. One time I'd rather it be the commander, though. Getting the second scuttlebutt is real cool, though. Perfect. I'm going to slam there. They're probably going to hit with the 3-1 into this, I'd assume. We can't protect that yet. So we're going to this down and put one of these down too. Curious of what... Okay, Wild Spirits, that's fine. You always get at least one of the foxes. Would have loved to be able to keep that, though. Well, I guess we don't need to keep it if we can just draw into another secret. Pet Collector, which will grab the Saber. Saber will go into there. They'll attack with face. And then... how do we want to do this? Because if we put this down... No, we'll do it like this. I'm trying to think. If we're at... Oh yeah, this is fine to do it like this. Because that's 2. The emote spam is really annoying though, but I don't like turning people's off. Yep. Perfect. Hit the mountain bear. Don't really care. Ooh. Yes, I do care a little bit. Now, there's the second light ray. Let's put them both down. And we can put down an Arminian. Next card we should draw is Ariel. Now, I kind of understand why people are starting to run this in Hunter, but every time I see it, it's just so frustrating because this happens. It's a nice little tech card that people are running, though. I know this won't kill anything. We're going to kill that. And then we are going to pass it back. We're hoping that we can actually hit our Blade Master with Blessing of Queens. We're also taking half damage, which is real nice. Actually, drawing into Theatar next might win us the game, depending on what we can grab here. Yeah. Not dealing with Crush. Just take that useless minion. We'll buff up. Perfect. As long as they don't have Theatar, unless they top deck into Theatar, we should be fine. Because we can just keep buffing up the Crush. Perfect, just perfect. The next one's going to be Dead Draw, and then just depends on what the order is from there. Perfect. Okay, so we're hitting here first. Get rid of everything. Pass it back. Got a 12-12. And I'm pretty sure no matter what, the next card we draw into isn't a minion. So we have a 50-50 split. 50-50 split that we lose. Let's do it like this. We're at 14 on this. If this kills there... Not what I want to see. Going to probably have to put down Crush next turn. Oh, actually, no, we can put this. Then we'll use this. And then we're sitting at... How much damage do they have on board? They have 6. And we have Crush in hand, so they don't have access to that. Okay, so... Do it like this. Finish them off their own Crush, because it's funny. Voila! Perfect Cariel when we don't want her. I swear, I only ever see her in the starting hand or in a Mulligan. Nothing else. Keeping order in the court just because we can get into the Cariel real quick. And we do have secrets in hand and ways to get to them. Okay. That's not really much information there. We're gonna wind this out. Go face. Got Noble Sacrifice. Okay, we can make that work. Put down some minions, I guess. Perfect equality. All we need is the other one, and then we have combo to get rid of everything. And it looks like it's going to be Secret Mage. I've actually been running into a lot more Secret Mage today, it feels like. And this deck just feels like a lot better version of it, to be honest. Like 90% of the time. Back there first. Yeah, that makes sense. And then just Hero Power. Might have actually wanted to use Judgment first. That might have been better, actually, thinking about it. Now, too bad this doesn't count for Reckoning, I don't think. Even though it just did 8 damage to our entire board. Put this down, use this, and then pass turn. So frustrating, to be honest. Curious of what they're gonna... It has to be Spell. Spell is the only thing that makes sense. Oh shit, it wasn't Spell. Okay, I was going to say Spell is the only thing that makes sense because none of the minions in this deck are high power enough for you to ever want to choose the other. Assuming one of those is going to be Rune. Or not. Yep, okay. Then we can reorder everything. I think this draws us into a Light Ray, which is a 1 cost. Then we can just put it down. X our face, then we get another Light Ray next turn. And then we can also use the Stand Against the Darkness. Gonna really need to get rid of that really, really quickly, though. Had a feeling that was going to be Oasis. This gets buffed up. That dies. That's fine. This makes room for all of our recruits. Then we get Cariel next turn. So as long as that isn't Fire Eye or the second Reckless, we're in a pretty good position. Oh, if it is Fire Eye, we are oh, never mind. I was going to say we're guaranteed to get the Reckoning off, which is real, real good. That's frozen. I'm gonna kill one of those. Come on, attack. Okay, don't. I'm just gonna use Cariel. Now we're taking 50% damage. We're gonna go face with everything, I think, including our hero. I'm assuming Theotar or Cannon Master are gonna be the next cards. Okay, there's Fire Eye. Perfect. Played exactly into our trap. One time I actually kind of wish that was Theotar. Let's give them a secret, I guess. I mean, probably not the best idea, but I really like the idea of having that. It's gonna go face again. Issue with picking Orion, though, is we don't have any way to easily trigger any of our secrets. We kind of have to rely on them not to get a Ice Barrier. Ice Barrier might screw us over. But I couldn't pass up the possibility of getting Orion in Secre Paladin. This is a Mage secret, so that could be Ice Barrier. They can't get rid of both. We might actually just win, even though we don't get to use the Orion. Which is kind of a shame. I really was hoping for that. Okay, we need to be smart, though. Attacking first. Then we're attacking there. That gets rid of it. And I'm assuming... actually, I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. Overall, this deck shocked me of how well this actually performed. The 50% win rate was much higher than I originally expected, especially because no one is actually talking about this deck. City Tax and Equality is always a really great combo in any Paladin deck that you can easily run it in. This deck actually has an incredible amount of draw power, which means it's incredibly consistent for what it actually does. The only change I would actually make is to swap out the Cannon Master for Leviathan or something else that fits under the curve of Order in the Court. But outside of that, this is honestly a deck that I could easily recommend to you, as it does have a lot of ways to remove things from your opponent's board or even just buff up your own minions to levels that most people can't actually deal with. And like always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bye-bye.